Hey there, folks. Well, the Jets have 10 preseason practices in the books, and that means it is almost time for their preseason opener, and that's going to come around Friday night at MetLife Stadium against the Atlanta Falcons. And obviously, all training camp long so far, all eyes have been on the three quarterbacks, Josh McCown, Teddy Bridgewater, and Sam Darnold. So obviously the question going into Friday night is, what can we expect to see from the quarterbacks, and how much can we expect to see each quarterback? And if anything, if we can take anything from this week of practice, it's that you can expect to see a lot of Sam Darnold and not a whole lot of Josh McCown. Over the course of this week, Darnold has taken about 50% of the reps during team periods. Bridgewater somewhere in the area of about 35%, and McCown's reps have been scaled back to about 15%. And if you look back over the last couple seasons to, the first preseason game is historically a place where the Jets can try some things with, some guys deeper down the depth chart. And obviously Darnold comes into this as the number 3 quarterback. So if you look last year at the preseason opener, Christian Hackenberg threw the ball 25 times, whereas Bryce Petty and Josh McCown combined for a total of 10 throws. And in the 2016 opener, kind of a similar situation. Hackenberg and Geno Smith each threw the ball 14 times, whereas Ryan Fitzpatrick, who wound up being the starter, threw the ball 4 times. So, it's going to be interesting to see how many reps Darnold gets versus Bridgewater. You can expect to see both of those guys more than you would see McCown for sure. But exactly how the Jets divvy up the reps, is it more like 2016 where the bottom 2 guys are 50-50, or is it more like 2017 where the low man on the totem pole, in this case Darnold, gets the lion's share of the reps and handles most of the work? That much we don't know, but going into Friday, expect to see a healthy dose of Darnold, probably see a lot of Bridgewater too, and McCown will spend a lot of time on the sidelines, and that's fine for him. He's the incumbent starter. He's the guy at the top of the depth chart right now, so he has time. There's no rush for him to get into the game. The Jets need to see what the other guys can do at this point. They kind of know what McCown is after last season. So anyway, going into Friday, that's some things to keep an eye out for, and it should be interesting to see how all 3 quarterbacks look in their first preseason action against an opponent that can hit them and is running at full speed, live action. So those are some things to keep an eye out for Friday.